careful attention. I would suggest rapt.
There's a small flash and a puff of smoke, and Marley is gone again.
Your lip is trembling, Mr. Scrooge. And what is that upon your cheek?
Upon my cheek? Nothing. A blemish on the skin from the eating of overmuch grease. Nothing. Kind spirit of Christmas past, lead me where you will, but quickly. To be stagnant in this place is for me unbearable.
You recollect the way?
Remember it. I would know it blindfolded. My bridge, my church, my winding river.
Staggers about trying to see it all at once. He weeps again.
These are but shadows of things that have been. They have no consciousness of us.
4 jocund travelers enter, singing a Christmas song in 4-part harmony. God rest ye merry gentlemen.
Listen, I know these men. I know them. I remember the beauty of their song.
But why do you remember it so happily? It is Merry Christmas that they say to one another. What is Merry Christmas to you, Mr. Scrooge? Out upon Merry Christmas, right? What good has Merry Christmas ever done you, Mr. Scrooge?
After a long pause,
None. No good. None.
He bows his head.
Look you, sir, a school ahead. The schoolroom is not quite deserted. A solitary child, neglected by his friends, is left there still.
Scrooge falls to the ground, sobbing as he sees, and we see, a small boy, the young Scrooge, sitting and weeping bravely, alone at his desk, alone in a vast space, a void.
I cannot look on him.
You must, Mr. Scrooge. You must.
It's me.
Pauses, weeps.
Poor boy. He lived inside his head, alone.
Pauses, weeps.
Poor boy.
Pauses, stops his weeping.
I wish.
Dries his eyes on his cuff.
It's too late.
What is the matter?
There was a boy singing a Christmas carol outside my door last night. I should like to have given him something, that's all.
Smiles, waves his hand to Scrooge.
Come, let us see another Christmas.
Lights out on little boy. A flash of light, a puff of smoke, lights up on older boy.
Look, me again. Older now. Oh, yes. Still alone.
The boy, a slightly older Scrooge, sits alone in a chair reading. The door to the room opens, and a young girl enters. She is much, much younger than this slightly older Scrooge. She is, say, 6, and he is, say, 12. Elder Scrooge and the ghost of Christmas past stand watching the scene, unseen.
Dear, dear brother, I've come to bring you home.
Home, little fan?
Yes, home for good and all. Father is so much kinder than he ever used to be, and home's like heaven. He spoke so gently to me one dear night when I was going to bed that I was not afraid to ask him once more if you might come home. And he said, yes, you should, and sent me in a coach to bring you. And you're to be a man and are never to come back here. But first we are to be together all the Christmas long and have the merriest time in the world.
You are quite a woman, little fan.
Laughing, she drags at boy, causing him to stumble to the door with her. Suddenly we hear a mean and terrible voice in the hallway. Off. It is the schoolmaster.
Bring down Master Scrooge's travel box at once. He is to travel.
Who is that, Ebenezer?
Oh, quiet, Fan. It is the schoolmaster himself.
The door bursts open, and into the room bursts with it the schoolmaster.
Master Scrooge?
Oh, schoolmaster, I'd like you to meet my little sister, Fan, sir.
Two boys struggle on with Scrooge's trunk.
Pleased, sir.
She curtsies.
You are to travel, Master Scrooge.
Yes, sir. I know, sir.
All start to exit, but Fan grabs the coat-tail of the mean old schoolmaster.
Fan!
What's this?
Pardon, sir, but I believe that you've forgotten to say your goodbye to my brother, Ebenezer, who stands still now awaiting it.
She smiles, curtsies, lowers her eyes.
Pardon, sir.
Well then.
Outstretches hand.
Goodbye, Scrooge.
Well, goodbye, schoolmaster.
Lights fade out on all but Boy looking at Fan, and Scrooge and Past looking at them.
Oh, my dear, dear little sister, Fan. How I loved her.
Always.